Hello, this is Manesh Patel with EII Capital Group. This is the weekly Ichimoku analysis for the U.S. stock market. Okay, today is September 6, 2010. Let's begin. This is a normal disclaimer. All charts are either in Thinkorswim or TradeStation. This is for educational purpose only. Here are my contact details. You can follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading, or you could go to our website EIA Capital and you could access our discussion boards, forums, or so forth. Okay, now we're going to start off and start looking at charts. We're going to look at our Ichimoku dashboard. If you have never seen a dashboard, the way this works is we have a rating system here, and what we're looking for is 5, 6, 7, 8 for bullish and -5 to -8 for bearish. Okay, and we're giving you two time frames, daily and weekly, and you want them to kind of see consistent. If you could see on the ES S&P mini futures, we have conflict where basically the ES weeklies are little bearish, and if you look at the dailies, they're bullish, so there's in conflict there. The Dow futures, on the other hand, are both weekly and daily are bullish, and if you look at the NASDAQ, basically if you 1 and 3, they're bullish too. Okay, and if you look at the Russell's kind of neutral. So remember last week we talked about how if you're going to take any bullish trades, take them in the Dow futures. This is basically telling you that this is very strong as far as bullish is concerned. And if you look at taking any short opportunities, take them with a stocks from the S&P 500. And if you could see that this is weak compared to the others. Okay, so let's go look at the ES, and now let's go start off on the weekly time frame as we normally do. And where do we stand? If you look at the ES, last week we came very close to the Kijun-sen, not quite there yet, but we basically came all the way back up above the Tenkan-sen and closed very close to the Kijun-sen, and we're just kind of sitting there. Really, we're not doing anything except just ranging. If you look at the weekly time frame, we've been ranging in this since 5/3 this year, and pretty much the range is being right around here, 1126 to about right there, 1037. So we're just pretty much still ranging in this big range of ours, close to 100 point range of the ES. Let's go look at the daily time frame. Look at the daily. I'm going to shrink this guy down. You can see our ranges that we wrote, and if you saw last week, look what happened. 3 times we came right down to that 1037, bounced off it, and it looks like we're trying to get to the high end side of 1126 now. So there's no trade opportunities at all right now long term as far as this is concerned. Reason why is we're just ranging. If you're a swing trader, definitely look at these little ranges right there and start looking at opportunities around those ranges. But there's no long-term trades at all for the ES as far as the ES is concerned. Okay, let's go look at the Dow futures. Remember, this is both bullish, and this is most bullish compared to all of them. And if you look at the Dow futures, we actually are closed above the Kijun-sen on the weekly time frame, so that's good. However, the Chicao's here, and it's actually bearish, so we've got conflict here. There's no really trade here because this is ranging too. Even though it's most bullish compared to everything else, we are still ranging. Also, a lot of people are looking at this as a shoulder, head, and shoulders. So unless it breaks this little right shoulder here, everyone's looking at this head and shoulder pattern and looking for bearish opportunities. But really, we're not going to sit there and speculate. We're going to wait for price action to tell us that there's a trade. Right now, there is no trade as far as Dow futures are concerned. If you look here, there was a huge price movement the last couple of days, last week. It was so huge that the Tenkan-sen did not follow price at all. So that's not good at all. You now have price above the Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, but Tenkan-sen did not follow price when it moved up. So expect a down move of some sort to happen for the Tenkan-sen price to equalize, and then the question is going to be what's going to happen after that. So there's really no opportunities here. Everything's still ranging. I wish I could tell you guys something positive, but really nothing there. We just gotta wait and see what happens, and then wait for opportunities there. If you're day trading, please be very careful. Make sure you look at the ranges that we outlined and keep to those ranges in taking your trades. Again, here are my contact details. If you have any questions, please contact me.